Hello and welcome to my Strictly Come Dancing 2025 final recap and review. My name is Marsinger Homie, content creator and the host of Marsinger Homie's Recap and Review podcast, where I talk about TV, music, celebrities, and so much more. If you're listening to this for the first time on Spotify, or if you're just listening to Spotify as a casual viewer, please download the episode, follow the podcast, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates from when a new episode drops. Or if you're listening to this or watching this on YouTube as a normal video, please turn on the notification bell as well as subscribing so you don't miss anything when a new upload is on the channel. And of just a quick little reminder, you can always follow me on my social media platforms, which is Instagram at Marsinger Homie, and of course my YouTube channel, which is Marsinger Homie, which you'll be able to see on the thumbnail of this podcast. So it was a big day this week because it is the final for Strictly Come Dancing 2025, and let me tell you, it has gone by within a second. Like, I've enjoyed every single moment of this series, and it's been a blast. It's been a blast watching. You know, we've got the Christmas special on Christmas Day, which I'll probably do a video on, probably maybe on the 28th or something, because of Boxing Day. We've got the Mars Singer Christmas special, which I'm going to try to do a video on that, and also because I'm hoping to get a little upgrade for my podcast. When I do my podcast episode, I'm gonna have a little upgrade, and maybe you'll be able to see me using Facecam, which will be very exciting because the laptop I have right now it can be a little bit glitchy sometimes. So with my new setup, it should hopefully be very good. Hopefully, be able to pick up all the good qualities. So but anyways, enough of that. We'll talk about it when it's closer to the time. Anyways, what a final. We had an incredible final. We had our three finalists of Amber, George, and Karen all battling it out to be crowned the Strictly Come Dancing 2025 champion and holds the glitterball trophy. And honestly, this was an absolutely fantastic final. I think everybody brought it to the next level. It was absolutely fantastic to watch, and honestly, it really was fantastic. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into the review. So, the way we're going to do it is we're basically going to talk about each dance all together. So, like with Amber, we're going to talk about her because they did two routines, repeating ones, and then the show dance. So we'll quickly go through each of the repeated performances, and then basically because we've seen them before, but then we'll talk a bit more about the show dance for each couple. So the first act of the night, we had Amber and Nikita they did the judges' choice. So the judges chose a routine, and it was the Paso Doble to Dream On by Aerosmith. Again, I absolutely love Aerosmith. It's a brilliant song, and again, they did this performance absolutely fantastically. Again, it was just an art in motion, as I like to call it. And again, I know I've seen this performance again, but even though watching again, it was still absolutely fantastic watching it back. And I need to check what score did they get for it on week. Was it week 7 they got it on? Was it week I think it was week 8. They got 38, 2 9s and 2 10s. So so the only judge who gave a score here was Craig, of all people, which is not surprising. But honestly, this was deserving of a 10 in my opinion. Even watching it back, it was just incredible, and just again, absolutely fantastic watching that performance again. Just I can't really say too much because I've already seen it before, but all I can say is it was just absolutely phenomenal. And now we're going to the show dance, which we can talk about a little bit more on, and that was "To Rain on Me" by Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga. A song I've heard quite a few times before, and I really, I think I've heard it quite a few times. I know it's one of the songs that you just hear constantly on the radio. It can get a little bit irritating at times, but I don't mind it as much. So, by the way, the production at the beginning was really good. By the way, with Amber doing the little heart shape in the window, as if it was actually raining. So, props to the crew for doing that. And by the way, and I loved the whole for that production. I don't know where the window was. I think it was probably to the side, but that was a really cool effect seeing that. It really was very cool. And they got a score of 39ers again for and just watching back at this performance here, it's just incredible. And I love seeing the show dancers on the show because it really is a showstopper. And then they had Amber take off this cloak and it had her outfit on, which Nikita was. Both of them were actually sharing, well, matching basically, which was fantastic. And the lifts they were doing, that Nikita was doing, everything was just ah brilliant. Amber is just, she will be remembered for being a brilliant student and light as a feather. She made it effortless every single time she performed. I know people will be saying, "Oh, she had dance, well, because she had dance experience." I don't care. I don't. People who have dance experience on the show, I have no issue with that. I had no issue with Tasha Gorey. Had no issue with Leighton Williams. No issue with Nigel Hardman. I mean, because he's been on the West End, and he's been on the West End. All those times I've not had any issue with, and even Lewis Cope as well. He had some dance experience, which I had no issue about whatsoever. But again, it was just amazing, and seeing Amber, this was like a breakout moment for her. I think was just because it just shows how far she's came, and it really was a wonderful performance, and especially with the amount of backlash she's been getting, the amount of hate, which I think is so unnecessary. I mentioned it in my last episode. It was so unnecessary for her to get all that hate. So I'm glad she's proving all the haters wrong. And then for her final performance, which was the couple's choice, well, not couple's, but their couple's favorite dance of the series, and that was "Proud Mary" by Tina Turner. Again, a perfect song for a perfect style of dance, and this deserved a 10. This got a score of 40, which they did for on week 10, I believe. And all I can say is so well deserved. It was absolutely just incredible, absolutely incredible. That's all I can say at this rate. And just honestly, just seeing her do that routine again, you know, just every single time that Amber took to the stage, and just watching this performance back, it's just incredible the way some of the lifts are doing. There's even one point where she's doing like on just it's just incredible. And I can't get over how good this was. It was just amazing and a perfect way to end off her final dance of the series. Now we go on to George and Alexis for the final time, and boy oh boy, we got a lot to talk about here. So he did so the he's his some stumble over me words here. So the judges picked and that was Anton, I believe, and that was Somebody to Love by Queen, the Viennese Waltz he did a few weeks ago, which I loved. And once again, he really turned into the ballroom boy here with this performance. And I think it was this performance when I first saw it, you could tell he really found his confidence again. It was after this performance, which was wonderful to see. And yeah, I absolutely loved the whole performance again. It was just I was so happy when I'm just so happy that he did this performance again, because it was a great performance, and one I was hoping to get repeated. So it was just fantastic to watch. And again, the way he did the movements across the floor, the way he his feet glided on the floor with Alexis, the spin as well at the end was beautiful. And just honestly, this was an amazing performance. But do you know what I thought? What the best performance of the night was? It was his show dance, and let me tell you, I was literally gobsmacked watching this. So his show dance was "Human" by the Killers, a brilliant song by the way. And so firstly, the production value for this was amazing. I was wondering, okay, where's Alexis gone? And then all of a sudden, she's dangling out down on the ceiling, literally risking her life. And I was like, oh my goodness me, this is insane. And I was like, okay, I'm all here for that. It had so much drama into it. It was just incredible. And honestly, this did not feel like I was watching something in the final. This felt like something that belonged on the West End. It was epic to say this. Like, this is like literally like with Karen and Carson Blackpool week when they did that Paso Doble. That performance felt like something on the West End. It was that good. And this is the exact type of thing, but the show dance. Um oh it just shows how much of a journey George has been on, and just and it was just a celebration of how far he's came. It was just absolutely incredible the way this performance it just felt. Honestly, I love the end. I kind of got emotional at the end. It was just amazing. Just seeing him do that routine again. It was just incredible. Well, this incredible routine. I meant not. but we'll talk. So I'm very off topic today. I don't know what I'm yapping on about here, but anyways, this was just amazing to watch. I absolutely loved it, and yeah, it was just incredible. I think the best overall performance of the night, in my opinion. It was fantastic for me. And now we go on to his favorite routine, which I am so happy he chose to do, and that was his paso doble he did on week 2 to survive to Game of Survival. And all I can say is thank you, George, for choosing this, because this was the performance I had him picked as the front runner. I think I mentioned that in my week 2 review all those weeks ago that he'd be the front runner of this performance. It was just, again, seeing him do this performance again was absolutely wonderful to watch. The amount of growth he has shown this, and I think, and did Alexis fall over a bit? Yeah, I think Alexis. I did notice a little mistake as well. I think Alexis nearly kind of tripped over herself, bless her heart, and I was actually a bit surprised, unless that was actually part of the routine. I need to. I'll check that later. But it kind of seemed like she kind of stumbled over her legs and kind of almost fell to the floor a little bit, which was. I mean, I didn't really notice it until rewatching it back, but yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. And again, I think I believe he's the only finalist who have not received a perfect score of 40, which is interesting because those performances he did were deserving of getting a 40, in my opinion. But Craig, being Craig, he gave them a 9, which for me, this deserved full marks. A 40 score on the doors without question, I hope a majority of people will agree with me. And just want to say, all you George Clark fanboys out there, please just calm down, because I've seen the amount of people saying it was rigged, that George should have won. It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. I don't know why I'm speaking it now, but you know what I mean. But the amount, like sometimes the George Clark fan base can be a bit cuckoo lala. So just calm down, please. Just calm yourself down. Just calm yourself down. But it was amazing, absolutely fantastic. And now we go on to the final couple of the night, and that was Karen and Carlos. So their judge's choice was Red Light Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. The what's it? Peaky Blinders. Is that Peaky Blinders? I keep forgetting what it's called now. Uh, Peaky Blinders. That's what it is. It was the routine to that, and the Argentine Tango, which actually got Karen her first 10 of the series, and it was the performance that I was desperately hoping for her to do well, and she did it with abundance. It was just, again, seeing this performance again, like I've never noticed before how they change who's leading part way through and then change back. It's just such brilliant choreography executed flawlessly, and it was just, and this was just, again, the atmosphere for this was incredible. The amount of the leg movements she did, the amount, the twist, everything was just incredible. Watching this again, it was just amazing. And now we go on to the show dance, which was to In a Smile by Texas, a great song. And by the way, can I just say, this was very much underscored, in my opinion. This got a score of 37, 9, and 8. 8. Craig gave this an 8, which I do not agree with at all for me, because this was deserving of a 10 for me. And just honestly, again, I keep saying that to myself all the time, but again, she absolutely nailed this performance with the amount of just everything with this performance. It was just incredible to watch, and just oh, I mean, talk about inner smile. These two just put the biggest smile on anyone's faces, and honestly, it was just I can't get my head on what I can't get my head around why this got an 8. I really can't, from Craig, because Craig is Craig. I need to know that by now. It's Craig. It's bloody Craig. Okay, it's Craig. Okay, that's what I have to say. It's Craig. And then we had probably the biggest full circle moment of the night, and that was their favorite routine, and that was the jive to the one way or another by Blondie. If I could say it properly, everybody. So they did the jive again, which honestly I was over the moon when they did this routine, because this was the performance I think we all had Karen to be a force to be reckoned with. Even myself, it was just phenomenal to watch again. Again, I just can't get my head around how amazing this was watching it back. It was just, I think it was this performance that we all knew she was going to be someone special going into the competition, and she showed that in so many ways as well. It was just incredible watching this performance again. The whole football theme, I can't. I am a little bit gutted that Karen didn't like do a bit of kiki uppies with the football because she's a footballer, of course. I wish they did. I wish they did that, to be honest. So honestly, but this got a perfect score of 10 all around, so well deserved, and it was just amazing. And by the way, believe it or not, this was actually the closing performance on week one. So the fact they did the closing performance again, and if you know what I mean, is pretty big deja vu, if I must be honest. But again, this was just incredible, and just I think again, it's just summed up how amazing she's been, and it really was just incredible to watch again. Absolutely incredible. Now we find out who the winner is, and let me tell you, I was on the edge of my seat watching the results live, because I was just thinking to myself, whoever wins, I'm not going to be disappointed. But I had a feeling it was either going to be George or Karen, and I was leaning towards Karen because she was incredible for that last round. But the winner of Strictly Come Dancing 2025 is none other than, drumroll please, it is none other than, if it'll work. Okay, the suspense is also killing me again, but we'll continue. The winner it was revealed to be Karen and Carlos. If the image will keep showing on my end, but oh well. Yeah, yeah, oh well. Anyways, Karen and Carlos won Strictly Come Dancing this year, and all I can say is I am absolutely over the moon for them. I'm sorry about that, folks, because on my screen, like, it's not showing the image. I must have not put the image in at the right time. So if you're listening on the podcast, it won't matter too much, to be honest. So, um, but anyways, Karen and Carlos were revealed to be the winners of Strictly Come Dancing this year, which I could not be more happy about, because they were so deserving of that win. Every single performance they did was in a different league. And by the way, she was actually my pick to win after Lewis and Katia got eliminated. So I was pretty happy about that. Oh, there we go. I've done it now. It's a bit late now, but I just had to click. I didn't even click the button. I had to click the mouse. But anyways, Karen and Carlos are your winners for Strictly, which I am absolutely delighted about. And just, yeah, I'm so happy for them. Every single performance they did was absolutely incredible, and they deserve this win. They absolutely deserve this win. And by the way, again, a quick little message to the George Clark fans out there: please don't send any hate towards Karen and Carlos, because they deserve that win. George was also great, so was Amber, but please, let's just celebrate Amber's. Let's all celebrate Karen's win together as one big happy family, because she was fantastic. She deserved the win, and I could not be more happier that she did win, because she was incredible. And I believe the first footballer to win Strictly ever, and also it's Carlos's first win, which I think is so cool. He got to the final with Molly Rainford back in 2022. Which was a pretty tough year, because we had Hamza, Fleur East, all these great acts, great celebrities or great dancers that could have won. But honestly, it was a very well deserved win, and I couldn't be more happier that Karen indeed won Strictly this year. So there you have it. That is my review for the final Strictly Come Dancing 2025. And what a journey it's been, because let me tell you, I've absolutely loved talking about this series. It's been an absolute joy, and just I've had the best time doing it, and just I think it's brought the biggest smiles on my face doing this show, because Strictly was one of the shows I wanted to get into the most, and I'm so glad I did as well, because I enjoyed every single performance on this show, on the series. Well, apart from a few which we won't talk about too much, but honestly, this was such a great series, and also the first series I fully watched, which is fantastic. And I'm so glad I did because for me we got to see some of the best performances of all time on Strictly, like Lewis's couples choice, the Paso Doble Karen and Carlos did on Blackpool, the jive they did, the all these performances were just incredible to watch. And again, a huge congratulations to Karen and Carlos for winning Strictly this year. You guys were absolutely fantastic, and you so deserve this win. You guys were fantastic. So, again, that's my review for the final. Thank you so much for joining me this series, talking about about the whole series. I will probably do the Christmas special as well, so stay tuned for that. And if there's any other stuff you want me to talk about regarding Strictly, like my top 10 performances, contestants who I think could have won each year. But I would love to do more Strictly content for you guys. It would honestly be great. And I would love to, talk to all you fans out there who love Strictly. So if you have any ideas, please drop them down below. But once again, thank you so much for listening to my review on the final of Strictly Come Dancing 2025. I love to hear what your thoughts are. Again, thank you so much for listening. And of course, I will see you guys next time.